Good evening, everybody. Welcome to New York as yet another episode of Pain Podcast. Today we have Dr. Trishla with us on the show. Welcome, Dr. Trishla. Could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Dr. Akshaya. I'm Dr. Trishla Gala. I'm an Ayurveda practitioner and NLP and Gestalt master therapist. Yes, that's quite new, right? So NLP and Gestalt, these are beautiful psychotherapy models which help us evaluate a lot of emotional stress which is at the subconscious mind. So yeah, that's where I act upon.
So, Dr. Trishla, what exactly is the stress that we hear in our everyday lives? Is it the good one or the bad one?
I guess stress can be good as well as bad. Why am I saying it's good? Perhaps for many people it is a motivational drive so that they can come out of slumber and act upon it. And most of the times it is not in a good state because the stress is then administered or it is seen in the ways of worry, mental tension, in any difficult situation. It is quite a natural human response which prompts us to address any challenges or threats that we have in our lives.
Wow, that makes sense. That makes everything complete. And how does this stress affect our body?
There is a compromise in our immune system. There is a compromise in our presence of mind. A physical ailment can also be caused because of the stress. In fact, I would say it is a major cause of ailments.
And how do they show up? Like, how do we find that we are stressed? Or what are the signs of stress?
Our work is compromised. Our thought processes are compromised. Physical activity is compromised. In so many ways, we do not have the productivity that we are supposed to have because of stress.
Like the exhaustion and fogginess we feel at
Yes,
times, right?
immense fatigue as well.
Yeah.
And there is so much of overthinking happening with no.
Doctor, can stress be contagious?
It sure can be contagious because stress, it is through emotional contagion where individuals pick up on and mimic the emotions of those around them. And this is happening subconsciously. We may not be even aware of it. So high stress environment or relationships can definitely contribute to this phenomenon.
Oh, so stress can also affect our relationships.
It sure can because you have already compromised in your emotional state wherein you feel wounded. Are you really going to respond actively, productively in your relationships? Or you're going to come from the space of woundedness?
Yeah.
So definitely relationships will be affected with stress unless you're really aware that you are stressed and work upon it.
That's definitely
And in fact, I would say, are you acting on it or are you reacting to it? Because reacting comes from stress. And acting on it comes when you are aware that you are stressed, but you do not let that affect your relationship.
So, doctor, one of the most common questions that we receive through our social media platforms regarding stress was that, does this small word really affect our physical health? I mean, do we find those physical changes happening just because of stress?
It sure does, Dr. Akshaya. I don't know, I'm sure you must be in stress someday in your life as
Definitely.
or people around you, right?
Yeah.
So many times the first thing that if you observe is that our breathing is very shallow, or we hold our breaths. We are not breathing freely. Isn't that a physical change?
Definitely. And that's something we least notice.
Yeah, because we freeze. Either we'll take a flight or we'll escape it.
Yeah.
So that's also physical. Or you will freeze and your breath is held. That's the first thing. Or your muscle tensions. Because of the muscle tension, you develop more stiffness, you develop pain. That is very, very common, and we do not realize because we are not into that awareness. Have you realized, there's one example, like if you see so many people, they grind their teeth at night during their sleep and they're not aware.
Yeah, true.
So isn't that coming from stress?
Definitely.
So yeah, then it sure has physical manifestation.
Okay. So how does one understand that he or she is going through this phase? I mean, going through stress.
Their immune system will lessen.
Okay.
That is one of the, they will feel weak, fatigued. They do not have enough energy levels or the productivity that they generally had.
Okay.
That is one of the way to identify. Or the quality of sleep is hampered. Even people have different appetite. There is something called as anorexia nervosa, wherein people lose their appetite because of mental or emotional stress. So yes, there are many ways wherein you can identify, yes, I am stressed.
So the other question that we received was regarding stress. When do I seek professional help?
I feel that if one really wants to get better, and one really is observant about how they are functioning every day, and if they feel they are unable to help themselves physically, mentally and emotionally, mind you, I am actually emphasizing all of it, and emotions as well, because we royally suppress it. In any case, if we feel that we are not giving our best and we are not satisfied with our functioning, one should definitely seek for help.
Okay. And how does NLP and Gestalt therapy come into the picture right now? Like how different it is from the regular therapy that we take?
So what I believe is that we all function from the storyline that the subconscious has taken up from our childhood and further, which we are not consciously aware many a times. So NLP and Gestalt are beautiful ways wherein consciously the subconscious story comes up. You look at the subconscious story with a very awareful eye.
Okay.
And where you have been stuck. The moment you identify how and where you have taken up certain belief system which has impaired your today, or the actions or the behaviors or the attitude, you can take up the responsibility and transform it into a more productive belief system that helps you to better your life today. So cognitively, we are very efficient in thinking, overthinking, analyzing, and reasoning. Still, that does not help us to pave our way towards the subconscious. And that is why we need to peep into our past through these therapies, which is a fantastic space to honor what we have really gone through, all the pain, hurt, betrayals, anger, and hold that responsibility to take back our power where we had given it earlier to people, our loved ones, And as you also know that more than 98% of problems are psychosomatic.
True.
What does that actually mean? That the psyche is affected so much that it has now been seen or manifested in your soma, that is your body. So what is the point of just taking medicines for your somatic problems without assessing your psyche, that is your mind and the emotions? Hence, I feel that it is very important to work on your psyche, your emotions, deal with your feelings, do not ignore them, honor them and nurture them. What helps you so that your soma is also at peace. That's why I really believe in this work, and I wish people let go of their guards, of feeling embarrassed for their vulnerability, or afraid to be judged, and really trust the process, the therapist, the space that the wellness clinic holds, so that they can transform their life.
So, as we are wrapping up this episode, let's just have a final takeaway from what we have got regarding managing stress, handling stress, stressing stress. Come on, doctor.
Oh man, that's
Dr.
so stressful. So I urge each one of y'all that, are you really happy with your life? Why don't you just introspect? Is it that you're enjoying the journey of life, or are you just running around to achieve your goals and just reach to your destination? Are you at ease, or are you in stress? Are you really living in the moment, or you're really living only in past and future? Because this is one of the main things, that when we are not in the present, we are stressed. We always repent something in the past, or wish something, oh, I wish I could have achieved something. Or you are in agony, oh, I don't have this. Will I? Oh, I am not capable of having it. So you have already stressed upon a lot of things. So I guess introspecting for the quality of your life, and observing that, and choosing what you really want for your life with your skills and abilities, you really need to assess stress. Please stress upon the word stress, but not in a stressful way, but to de-stress and get a stress-free life.
Wow, doctor, that was very much insightful. I definitely would say that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Gala. Thank you so much for your invaluable expertise and guidance. And to all our listeners, thank you for tuning in to NeoCare's Pain Podcast. Remember, by making conscious choices and embracing positive lifestyle changes, we can cultivate resilience and well-being in our daily lives. Until next time, this is Dr. Akshya signing off. Take care and be well.